Morning, Council.
Good morning, Your Honor.
We're ready.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live streaming on the YouTube channel. The 36th District Court is now in session, and the court is calling case number SX392-81721, Qatar Dehinza. And the charge is construction zone violation. And this is the date and time for formal hearing. Mr. Qatar Dehinza, are you in the virtual courtroom, sir?
Morning, Your Honor. Maurice Davis, P76203, appearing on behalf of the respondent. I ask the court to waive my client's presence for today's purposes in the formal hearing.
Thank you, counsel. Your last name again, please. I'm sorry, your last name again.
Davis.
Mr.
Davis.
Thank you. Thank you. And this court is also calling Edward Lee Robinson, case number C5394211. Edward Lee Robinson, the charge is driver's license suspended. Also 0528162, same defendant operating while visibly impaired. And C5394212, same defendant driving 1 to 5 miles over the speed limit. The misdemeanors are scheduled for trial today, and the civil infraction is scheduled for formal hearing. Mr. Edward Lee Robinson, if you're in the virtual courtroom, please say your name, sir, for the record.
Edward Lee Robinson.
And good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Jessica Warfield, P85391. I am standing in for Attorney Steve Mamet on behalf of Mr. Robinson.
Thank you, Ms. Warfield. Mr. Davis, Ms. Warfield, the information the court has is that the officer in each of these matters has failed to sign in. It is now 9:36. The court's cutoff is 9:30. So is there a motion, Mr. Davis, on behalf of your client? Do you have a motion, Mr. Davis? What about you, Ms. Warfield?
Judge, I'll move to dismiss.
All right. And Ms. Warfield, on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I move to dismiss these matters against my client.
Thank you. All right. The matters previously read into the record for Mr. Dehinza, as well as Mr. Robinson, are dismissed without prejudice for lack of a complaining witness. And as you know, counselors, people may bring them again. The court is merely dismissing them because the officer has failed to appear. Anything further from Ms. Warfield on behalf of Mr. Robinson, ma'am?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Davis, anything on behalf of Mr. Dehinza?
No, Judge, thank you.
Right, then you may disconnect from the hearing. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a great one, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Malafite, is there anything that you have ready for the live stream at this time?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. Just out of curiosity, I thought perhaps I may have seen a prosecutor. I'm not certain that I did. I do, if they are available, I have need of them. But in the meantime, Judge, I can tell you that we could do Miss Renfro, Tanisha Renfro. That would be our not guilty setting for trial dates. That would be what we could start with.
All right, Madam Clerk, can we let in Ms. Renfro?
Yes, Your Honor. And the prosecutor did come in. They had to go to another courtroom, but they will come back.
Okay.
So,
that's perfectly all right, because maybe we can have more things for them to do all at the same time.
All right, so we will admit Tanisha Renfro.
There she is.
Virtual courtroom, case number SP104-70721. Tanisha Monet Renfro, the charge is improper plates. Count 2 of that same ticket. Driver's license suspended. Count 3, driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle, also SP 104-77491. Same defendant, no insurance. 163003651. Driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle, count 2 of that ticket, no insurance. And count 3, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Also 184-195-351. Allowing an unlicensed driver on a suspended license, or I'm not sure what that charge is, Mr. Malafite. Can you help me with that one?
Oh, gosh, Judge, let me take a look, but I make no promises. Let's see.
Well, let me.
Allowing a suspended driver.
Allowing a
Thank you,
suspended
Dawn.
driver. Okay, thank you. And also 194-521-753, no insurance. 194-521-751, driver's license expired. Count 2 of that same ticket, driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle. So for Tanisha Renfro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 matters. Tanisha Renfro, if you're in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Tanisha Renfro.
Okay, Ms. Renfro, thank you. And all matters are scheduled for arraignment on the bench warrant. For the record, who's representing Ms. Renfro?
Good morning, Your Honor. Tim Malafite, P72339, on behalf of Ms. Renfro. Judge, we would waive the form of reading, stand mute.
All right, thank you, sir. And Ms. Renfro has been arraigned in the breakout room. Is that correct, sir?
That's accurate, Judge. She is aware of her rights. At this time, Judge, we would be continuing that plea of not guilty and asking for a bench trial date on all these matters.
All right. And Ms. Renfro, the court is continuing that guilty plea for you. We will give you a bench trial date. Your attorney has previously told the court that he believes it's in the best interest of justice to skip the pretrial stage and go directly to bench trial. Is that right, Mr. Malafite?
That is accurate. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and that, date. Madam Clerk, I think I left that date up.
It's the 15th, Your Honor.
Okay.
June 15th.
All right, thank you very much. June 15, 2022 at 8:30 in the morning. And Ms. Renfro, that is going to be a Zoom connection. So the same way you connected today, you will connect on June 15 at 8:30 in the morning for your trial. Okay, any other concerns or questions?
Okay.
I'm sorry, Ms. Renfro, the court's going to give you a personal bond. That means you do not have to pay any money, but you must return at 8:30 on June 15 for your trial in these matters. And the officers will be notified. Okay, so the officers will be present if they are available.
Okay.
Ms. Renfro, you had a question? Did you have a question, ma'am? Ms. Renfro?
I want to know, so I'm trying to get my license back. I went to Secretary of State and they told me that I had to pay 2 tickets in order to get reinstated. Do I have to pay those 2 tickets to get my license reinstated, or do I have to be cleared all the way?
I can, if you'd like, Judge, I can answer that for her.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you so much. Ms. Renfro, we kind of discussed this already. We can't get your license back until these tickets are all taken care of, the reinstatement fees are paid. So the sum total of all of your tickets need to be cleared first. So the short version is you will not be able to do that until at least June 15th.
And Ms. Renfro, these matters have to be set for trial if they are misdemeanor offenses. So that means the officer has to have the opportunity to appear. And I guess your lawyer has advised you not to take a plea on these matters at this point. So is one of the reasons that we have set them for trial. You do have the right to a trial. So June 15th is the earliest date we can give you. And again, Ms. Renfro, these matters are arraignment on the bench warrant, which means you have missed prior court dates. So that's the reason you have so many matters scheduled, I'm assuming. But you cannot drive if you do not have your driver's license. You make a bad situation worse. So do not drive until you get your driver's license reinstated. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Ms. Renfro, you may disconnect. Thank you very much. If there's nothing else ready at this time, we can leave the live stream. Madam
Okay.
Clerk, unless there's anything else
Judge,
ready.
I do have one more we can do.
Okay,
And
who's that?
you're Ms. Renfro, I believe that you may leave the live stream.
Okay. Thank
Do
you.
that. I'll help you. Ms.
Thank you. I'm sure you already told her, Judge. Sometimes they just
Okay,
goes past them.
who do you have ready?
We can do Sean Robertson, Your Honor. That is going to be an adjournment. We may also want to bring out, I already spoken to the officer, but then she just say that she was present, which I believe was, oh yeah, Officer Clinton. There
Wait
we
a
are.
minute, is that scheduled for trial, Mr.?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Okay, Mr. Malafite, we're gonna need, why are we adjourning that, sir? We need the prosecutor.
Because we have a bit of the reason why, Judge, is we have a bit of a unique situation. My client in this matter has a license. He says that his license is valid. However, his license is from Arizona. We lack the tools at the court, as well as Officer Kalicki, who is not presently at her office, to confirm whether or not his license is in fact valid, because we can only do that through lien, or my client has to go into presumably the Secretary of State to confirm that fact. That is why we are adjourning.
Is the prosecutor aware of this request, Mr. Malafite?
I have not spoken to a prosecutor at all this morning, Judge.
Okay, Madam Clerk, is the prosecutor available?
Your Honor, the assigned prosecutor did text me this morning and said that she would not be here today, but if there was anything that did come up, she would not object to any kind of an adjournment if there was anything that was out of the ordinary.
Okay, I'm not sure this qualifies as out of the ordinary. Mr. Robertson, when you're scheduled for trial, sir, if your defense is that you have a valid license, then you should have that with you. The court's going to call this case SP 120-64851, Sean Robertson. Driver's license suspended. This is the date and time for trial. SP 120-64871, failure to turn. Sorry, not clear on what that is. Failure to turn it. Madam Clerk, what is that?
I'm looking. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Failure to signal when you're leaving from a curb, Judge.
Yes.
Oh, failure to signal. Okay, leaving curb. All right. And then Z 8048101. License. Oh, no, operating without a license. So driver's license suspended, operating without a license, and failure to signal when you're leaving the curb. Now, the driver's license suspended, as well as the license improper, were these tickets given on the same date?
No, Your Honor, they're separate incidents.
Okay. All right. For the record, Sean Robertson.
Yes.
Say your name if you're in the virtual courtroom.
Yes, Sean Robertson. I'm here.
All right. And the officer is Officer Kalicki. Officer Kalicki, your appearance for the record.
Officer Sarah Clucky, Detroit Police Department, badge 33807 precinct.
All right, and thank you, Mr. Malafite, for the record, your appearance.
Good morning once again, Your Honor. Tim Malafite on behalf of Mr. Robertson. Judge, just for the record, I've actually seen Mr. Robertson's license, but as you know, seeing the license isn't the thing that is determinative, because obviously I'm not a computer. I can't look at it and run a barcode through my head. No one here has the ability to confirm whether or not it was or is valid, and that's kind of our issue right now. He has a license. We've seen it. He could hold it up for you if you wanted to see it.
Okay, Mr. Robertson, is it your representation that your license was valid on the date you received these tickets?
Yes.
But your license is from another state. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Officer Kalicki, in the absence of a prosecutor, I think we would be unable to go forward with the misdemeanor trial anyway. And so we're going to give an adjournment today for that reason. But, and also to allow the prosecutor to see whether there is a valid license for Mr. Robertson in the state of Arizona. Mr. Robertson, where do you live, sir?
I currently live in Arizona, but I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay, and what year were these tickets received?
Last year, when I was there visiting my kids and my family.
Okay, Madam Clerk, are you currently in Arizona now, Mr. Robertson? Because, you know, we're on Zoom, so.
Yes, ma'am. I just got over 6:50 in the morning.
Okay. All right, Madam Clerk, I don't have the date for the trial. Is it going to be June 15, our adjournment date?
Honor, I can actually schedule him for April 11th, since it's just a matter of getting paperwork together.
Officer Kalicki, are you available on April 11, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so it will be a Zoom connection again, and that will be for the purpose of verifying the status of Mr. Robertson's license, which would make a difference, at least on 2 of these charges. Is that correct, Mr. Malafite?
That's accurate, Judge.
All right, so April 11, 8:30 in the morning, everyone. It will be Zoom connection, the same way you connected today. Please connect on April 11. And we will continue your personal bond, Mr. Robertson. Are there any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Officer Kalicki, for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Robertson. You may both disconnect from the hearing unless you have questions.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mr. Malafite, anyone else? Oh, Mr. Robertson.
Well, it was just, I didn't understand. It was, the ticket was failure to signal leaving curb.
Yeah, that's what it says, sir. I'm not saying that that's an accurate description of what happened. That is what it is written down. As I said before, sadly, I don't have a physical copy of the ticket in front of me. I only have the register of actions. Again, sir, today is not the time when we're going to dispute.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right.
It just says fail to signal.
Yeah.
Okay. You still don't understand that, Mr. Robertson?
I mean, I understand it. I just don't.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. All right, you may disconnect from the hearing. We'll see you on April 11, okay?
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Malafite, anyone else?
No, Your Honor, I need a prosecutor to fix the other 2 that I have, but I'm happy to speak to anyone else that may be in the